FN guns. Are they worth the money? That's the title of this video. And I've decided to do this because there are so many people who are now getting into firearms. They want to protect themselves. They want to go out and get a gun, and they're learning about all the different manufacturers. So they come to this channel to hear from not just me, but from all of us, of course. So those of you who are watching, if you own an FN, please throw in your comment for everybody else. If you do not own an FN, throw in your comment. Maybe you want to get one in the future. The goal for this video is to make everybody realize how massive of a company FN is and the quality of their guns. That's what we're going to do in this video. I do think they're worth the money. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are always going to come up and say the same thing. Well, I can get 2 Glocks, for the cost of that one gun, this, that, and the other. This is not a comparison of FN versus anybody else. This is a video about FN. And think about this for a moment. If you're a gun manufacturer and you're selling guns, who is the most difficult customer to satisfy? Is it the civilians? Well, the civilians, generally speaking, we'll shoot our guns at the range and hopefully we'll never have to use it in self-defense. Very, very rare. And the amount of rounds we shoot in a given year are pretty limited as a whole. Law enforcement, how many times do they use their gun in the line of duty? Pretty rare, generally speaking, right? And how often do they practice? I know of a lot of cops that don't even practice at all. As a matter of fact, they'll just do their annual review and do the minimal amount of range time just to keep them qualified to be a cop. So law enforcement, yeah, of course, they're very important. But the true test is the military. The military, the troops who initially get their guns, they're going to start shooting those guns, by the thousands of rounds. When they're in warfare, which we've had a lot of in the last 15 years and still presently now, they're using these things on the battlefield, and they're the true test. They are the most difficult customer to satisfy, is the military. So here's one couple of trivia questions before my little intro. One, maybe you know this, maybe you don't. What 2 major gun manufacturers does FN own? And 2, in Europe, who is currently the largest exporter of military small arms in Europe? Think about that, and let's talk about FN, the quality, and see if they're worth the money. Welcome to weaponseducation.com. The answer to those couple of questions I asked are as follows. FN owns Browning Arms Company. Yeah, John Browning. John Browning had a lot to do with the success of FN way back in his day. So anytime you buy any type of Browning, the mother company is FN. And 2, this might surprise you, is Winchester. Every time you buy a box of Winchester, every time you buy a Winchester rifle. Yeah, owned by FN. Over 3,000 employees. Founded back in 1889. The United States Division is located in Columbia, South Carolina. Just awesome products. And this is military grade stuff. We're looking at a different class of gun when we talk about military grade, in my opinion. So let's look at 3 different FNs and throw in your opinion. This FN happens to be, you probably know by now, is the 5.7. Let's talk about the 5.7 right now. The 5.7, right at approximately $1,250, is on almost everybody's wish list who really is a gun enthusiast. We can thank the NRA, by the way, that civilians can still purchase this gun. The Brady campaign had been trying to get the anti-gun politicians to outlaw this for civilians multiple times throughout the years, and the NRA has always won, and it's never made it through the Senate. The reason being is the Brady campaign says, well, this is armor piercing and it can go through Kevlar. They went as far as saying, Mr. Wayne LaPierre, why don't you wear a Kevlar vest and take a shot if you don't believe it? And of course, the NRA's response and any normal human being's response to the Brady campaign would be, how could you say such a thing as to tell another human being to take a shot to the chest? That is how hideous the Brady campaign is. I don't want to get off track here. All right, but now we're talking about the 5.7. The U.S. Secret Service uses it. The militaries across the world use it. And you've got a steel slide and you've got it covered with polymer, very rare. You got a very special gun. Everything is designed, and there's a lot of engineering in this gun, not to get into too much details, but there's a lot of engineering to push this round at approximately somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 feet per second. You got a very special gun here, 20 round mags, very special. I think it's a must-have if you're a gun enthusiast, or if you want something for personal protection, you can afford around $1,250. The FN 5.7 could be just for you. Let's look at a different FN and move on. The FN 45. This is the double stack, 15 plus 1, 45 caliber. So you're looking at 16 rounds in this package. Mine that you're looking at right there is called the FNP, which they later renamed recently as the FNX. These range between $650 and $1,100 depending on what options you choose, sights and things like that. But they all come with a high impact polymer frame. Now, why am I mentioning, of course it's a polymer gun, but why am I mentioning high impact? I've done another video in the past, and this comes to mind, and I'll do this video again for you in the future, comparing Glock Springfield XDM and this gun, a Glock 21 Springfield XDM, and then this gun, showing the thickness of the polymer, and it's not even close. This is not a comparison video. The FN is thicker. It just is. I love my Glocks, I love my Springfields, that's why I bought them, but I'm letting you know this is military grade stuff. So if you're looking to buy an FN, feel comfortable to know that you're not going to have failures to feed, you're not going to have any failures. You're going to just love the gun. Just like you love your Glock and your Springfield, those are all good guns, but I'm saying this is just a little bit of a different class. This is military grade. And if you could afford the couple of extra bucks, maybe this is for you. Polished chamber and feed ramp comes in this baby. Ambi everything as far as your decocker levers, your magazine release buttons, and your slide release levers. So this is my favorite full-size 45 polymer gun. Of the Glock, the three major players, of the Glock, Springfield XDM, and this. I love them all. Love all three. Carry all three. Trust my life with all three. They're all going to shoot. Probably never malfunction in our lifetime. But the FN, when you hold it, it's just got a different feel. It's got special serrations in the grip that you know it's an FN. For instance, if you were blindfolded and you put different guns in your hand, 5 different guns, you'll immediately know that's an FN. You can just feel it once you get used to the FN feel. Or if somehow you were blindfolded shooting 5 different guns, you would know which one was the FN by the feel of the recoil. So, I wanted to show you that 45, 15 plus 1. That's one special package. I have a really special shoulder holster I'm having custom made for this baby because it's a heavier gun. Let's look at one more FN, and then we'll wrap this video up with a cool outdoor shooting video I did of a shotgun. This is the FN SLP MK1 12 gauge shotgun. SLP standing for self-loading police. It's a 12 gauge gas operated semi-automatic shotgun, as fast as you can pull the trigger, and this trigger is faster than we are. I'm going to show you a video here, like I said, in a moment, where I shot, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 rounds really quick, and it's fast. And that is why it was named the 2009 Shotgun of the Year by American Rifleman magazine. The gun's at $1,150. This to me is one of the greatest buys in FN's lineup. This thing is a tank, and when you hold it, it's heavy. It's over 8 pounds unloaded, fully loaded, and it holds 9 rounds, 8 plus 1 of 3-inch Magnum. That's a lot of shotgun shells. I know people are going to say the Benelli and all those other shotguns. They're awesome, I agree. But this one's only $1,150. For the money, this is a great buy. So, this is the FN SLP. If you're looking for a semi-automatic shotgun, do not overlook this. Let me show you the other side of this. This is really cool. Here's the other side of the shotgun. And it's a nice package. I have a high-end flashlight. I have a SIG laser right here. I have a saddle to carry some spare 3-inch shells. And I tell you, they talk about zombies and things like that. In the worst case scenario, I'm very comfortable knowing that this is in my lineup. So let's go outside and I'm going to shoot this. I think I shot something like 7, 8, 9 rounds real quick. It was at night. You'll see the footage here in a moment. But the key is how fast this shotgun cycles. FN claims this shotgun to be the fastest cycling shotgun of all shotguns of semi-automatic. It's faster than we need it to be. It's very fast. They claim 8 rounds under 1 second. So watch this outdoor footage, and then throw in your comments, please, about FN as a whole for our friends who are thinking about buying guns. Should they buy an FN? Oh, heck yeah, yes. It's a military grade, I know I've said this, but it's a military grade quality gun. It's in a class of its own, just like HK is to me. HK, SIG, FN, those guns to me, personally, they're like in a little different class. I love them all, but I wanted to bring FN here and to everyone's attention, and I know those of you who shoot FN, you're going to say, yeah, I've got one, I've shot it, it's awesome. My name is Tom. Please subscribe. Let's build a channel. I'm all about gun rights, making things better for us. Here is some outdoor footage. The FN SLP. FN claims it to be the fastest semi-automatic shotgun on the market. I am shooting Remington triple op buck, 10 pellets, 3-inch Magnum. Count the rounds. Woohoo! Please come in close. This barrel is so hot right now. It's a good 200 degrees. It's hot. Flawless. We're going to go take a look at the target in a moment. Tammy, come up here. Oh, thanks for recording. First off, we got 10 pellets coming. Come in close here. Imagine hitting your assailant with a triple op buck Remington 3-inch Magnum. 1,225 feet per second. A lot of people think the spread on a shotgun is so huge. I was 20 feet back, and you can see the spread here. And of course, this is going to go through and through a person. So think of what's after your target when you're shooting. This is one fast shotgun. Did you count the rounds? Let's count them. Because I really don't remember how much I put in there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's awesome.